All right. Here we go. Dathlete Daily, number 14, coming at you after a long day. Long day. It's Friday. Been at it since 3:30 a.m. It's been a good day, very productive day, and yeah, here we are. We're gonna finish things out with this Dathlete Daily, talking about grit. Why you gotta have grit if you want to be a success. That is, if you want to achieve big things, whether it's just finishing a workout, finishing a big project, or just expanding and ascending in life, gotta have grit. Gotta have grit. So, what is grit exactly, and why do we want to talk about it? Well, I want to talk about grit today because the workout that we did in my gym this morning, it's called grit, and it's actually a 60-minute AMRAP. So a 60-minute AMRAP, an hour-long workout in itself. So the clock is going to be running for an hour long. You're going to be going. Typically, you see, a long AMRAP is like 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes would be considered a long AMRAP. But this one, I purposely and strategically designed it to be 60 minutes. The reason for that is it's going to test your grip. It's going to test your grit, your ability to just keep grinding, especially when it hurts, when it's uncomfortable. So the workout itself is rather simple. You start off with one wall walk. So you walk up the wall, touch your nose to the wall, walk down under control. You run 800 meters. You do 4 burpee box jumps. Guys, 24 inches. Ladies, 20 inches. And then you do a farmer carry for 200 feet. 70-pound kettlebells, 53-pound kettlebells for women. So you continue to do that for 60 minutes, for a full hour. Some of the top scores that I've seen thus far, I don't think anybody's quite got 11 rounds yet, but we've got a good handful of people that have gotten 10 rounds. When I tested this out about almost 3 months ago, I got 10 rounds plus 700 meters. So I almost completed that 11th round. I'm going to retest it here. Thinking about maybe doing it tomorrow, but the programming that I got set for myself, it doesn't call for that. So I might push it off till next week. But either way, athletes took that on this morning, and I know it's not anybody's favorite workout, but I design it not because it's going to be everybody's favorite workout, but I design it so you put yourself through something that is difficult, something that is going to develop your capacity to just endure. And that's really what grit is all about, is just having the courage, having the just the relentless pursuit of just go, go, go. And you're not going to stop no matter what. You just keep coming back, keep pushing it. There is no quit, there is no give up. And if you want to achieve something big, if you want to go above and beyond, hey, look who it is. Welcome to the studio. My little beauty here, Minmos. What you think? Min, do you got grit? Do you got grit?
No.
I bet you do.
What's that mean?
It means you just keep on going and going and going. You got grit, don't you, when it comes to dance?
Yeah.
When it comes to school?
Yeah.
When it comes to anything? You're just going to keep going and going and going, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's what grit is all about. Huh. Look at this little crazy right here. So grit is essentially, it's a characteristic that you just don't say, oh, I got grit. It's something that needs to be built. It's something that is developed over time through your discipline, through your commitment, through just your tenacity to not give up. And unfortunately for a lot of people is, they give up. They give up on themselves, they quit on themselves, and they never experience the gifts that are on the other side of being gritty. And this is something that I talked about a couple days ago with, just having the courage to commit, having the courage to stay in the fight. And that's really what grit is all about, is staying in the fight and just going. And I can think back to, when I did the Spartan race, did the Spartan Ultra, which was over 30 miles. It was 31 and a half miles. Took me 9 hours and 45 minutes to complete. And I remember at the beginning, of course, it was all about hype. It was all about excitement. And this is an awesome race. This is great. 3 hours in, at that point, it's not that exciting anymore. It's just keep going. And then you got to think about, the commitment that you made and You got to think about all the hard work that you put in up to that point, and it's like you're in the moment. You have the opportunity to be grit. You have the opportunity to embrace the present moment and continue to push forward. And that's when you have that option to embrace grit. And it's interesting because people like to talk about it. People like to talk about, oh, grit, discipline, mind over matter. But it's not until you're in those actual types of situations that you can actually say, I am grit. I'm gritty. So I thought that was interesting today, and that's why I made it today's topic, because it's not just applied to fitness, obviously. It's applied to anything, everything, your life. Especially with the men that I work with inside the Forged Father, there's 4 key roles: dad, husband, producer, athlete. You have to apply grit to all of those 4 roles if you want to achieve big success. If you want to dial things in, if you want to experience excellence, if you want to experience fulfillment with those, you got to have grit. So think about it. In what ways do you have grit? In what ways do you need to develop grit? Think about it for yourself. Feel free to drop a comment on this. Let me know what your thoughts are. Share this around. Tag Dathlete. Share it with somebody that you know might get some value out of this. And until the next episode, Dathlete Daily. Do the work. Earn it. Be grit.